Welcome to Shadow Realm Towers. This series is for all the era hunters that have perished and have been sent to the Shadow Realm for their failure. But they have a chance to return to the land of the living by climbing the Shadow Realm Tower. Each tower will consist of 40 Shadow Hunters that the era hunter must duel through as they duel up the tower. Their deck will change with each win. They sadly have lost access to the Pillager card, with being relieved of their Era Hunter duties. But anyway, with each win, a bit of their story is unlocked that brought them to the Era Hunter group. If they complete the tower, you'll get the full story at the end of their climb, plus they return to the land of the living as a regular duelist since they have conquered the darkness within themselves and of the Shadow Realm. Now you ask, what happens when they lose? Well, they get consumed by the darkness. So wish them all luck. They are going to need it. Let the climb begin. So, the way that this series works, I've actually changed that part where you're going to unlock their story bit by bit. You're going to get their story if they finish the climb. If they finish the whole climb, you'll get the story. I will read that story at the end of their climb. If they don't reach the end, if they get to the last guy, and if they get the last guy, then you'll still get it even though if they didn't win. Also, I'll make it even better. If they make it to the 10 and the 10, 20 and 30 point, if they get to like that point, the 10 getting to the 10 and beating 10 and beating 20 and beating 30, I will read portions of their story as like a halfway point to like the next part. I'll read like a bit at the 10th. If they get past 10, then I'll read a little bit past 20, and then at 30 I'll read a bit more, and then if they beat 40, then I'll read it all from the very beginning. I will start from I will finish where I left off, but I will go forward. Nah, you know what? Fuck it. If they get to 40, then I'll read the story. Make it easy so I don't leave you guys on cliffhangers and shit. Well, not leaving you on cliffhangers, not reading to a point and then forgetting where I last left off. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to actually make it, scratch that. We're going to make it where if they make it all the way to the last guy and beat the last guy, you'll get the story. If they don't beat the last guy, you don't get any of the story. You'll just have to be left in the shadows. So here are some rules. So rule 1, each era hunter will use their original deck without Pillager. So that means they will not have Pillager in their deck, and for the first duel, that's how they're gonna use the original deck that they had. Second, the deck changes with every win by getting a pack of cards from the Shadow Realm. From the era that they are from, of course. They're not gonna be getting like links and shit. That's not how that works. And they receive one card from the Shadow Hunter they beat, which will be at random. So they will receive one random card from the Shadow Hunter that they beat to add to their deck. 3. Each duel will be a 2 out of 3. So you will get a 2 out of 3 duel for each duel. This is going to be 40 duels. So with that being said, it's going to be 40 duels. So be prepared. These duels could last a while. Rule 5. And you're wondering, why did I skip over 4? Well, that's a hit. Rule 4 is unknown right now. For you, Rule 4 is unknown. You'll figure out what Rule 4 is later. When it happens, of course. I don't want to reveal anything too soon. I got to keep you guys in a little bit of mystery. Now with the stories, I'd rather read the whole story out so I don't get confused. So I don't confuse myself where I left off. But anyway, Rule 5. Each tower will be different for each hunter. For that's going to be... the towers aren't going to be 100% completely different. There will be like some decks that get changed in and changed out just to fit certain things or to make it a little different. Not the whole tower won't be different. Certain parts of the tower will be different, but you know, certain parts of the tower will be different. You'll see like different decks pop up every so often. Maybe it's possible that the decks could. It's possible the tower could change. It's possible that it will stay the same. If they don't make it far, then you'll never know the difference. But anyway, so we're starting out with Era Hunter Aulls the Painful. So his name, he doesn't follow the Era Hunter name anymore. He's been relieved of his duties, but he's gonna keep for now. He's going to keep the Era Hunter title on the end of his name for right now. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you know, he'll keep that on the end of his name for now since he's in the Shadow Realm. He's not part of the Era Hunters anymore. He's dead. I guess you could still say he's part of it, but he's not. He's been relieved of his duties. But since he died, I'm gonna keep him under the name Era Hunter for the screen's sake, but he is not affiliated with the Era Hunters anymore. So just call him Aulls the Painful from now forth. That's what we'll call him. Anywho, let's start with the first level of the tower. Shadow Hunter 1, step up to the stage. And let's begin the climb once and for all. And I don't know. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to show the pack openings or not. Maybe not. Maybe I'll talk about what was pulled and all that. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that fares. Anyway, let's begin. And Aulls is always going to be our view. Sparks. In Magician of Faith, I would have set Magician of Faith. Block attack. To defense. Stop the fence. Block attack. A little bit of health gain. The Juggler. Giant Trunade. Put it back. Aulls did not trust that face down card. Not one bit did he trust. I don't blame him for not trusting. Alright. Darkroom of Nightmare. The Princess. Alright. You know, I'll just when I pull a pack, I'll just tell you what he pulled. Nah, you guys can figure it out. You guys know. You know, I'll keep you guys a mystery. He'll get packs and then you'll see if his deck changed or not. Ooh, alright, Aulls. Cook Aulls. You're trying to duel up the tower. You're trying to get back to the land of the living. Alright. Aulls wins the first duel. Second duel. Like I said, a 2 out of 3. Red Medicine, get some health. Big Eye, okay. Block attack. Nice move, Aulls. But it's going to get progressively harder for you as you climb. You're only on the first level. Heavy Storm. Interesting play, Shadow Hunter. Mushroom Man number 2. Ooh, not good. But Aulls cuts his points. Here's Mushroom Man number 2. The owner of this card takes 300 points of damage. Whenever you take damage, take 300 more due to Darkroom of Nightmare. Pay 500 to return it back to Aulls' side. Aulls takes pain. No one can activate any spells. 2 Mushroom Men. Double the damage, I see. Aulls is like, I will pay the 500. Here you go. Take 600 points of damage. But this is bad for Aulls. This may be game for Aulls. This is game. Both sides have a win. But who will get the final win? Let's find out now. Aulls, okay. Dark Energy. Regeki Break. He's like, you're not getting a boost. He's like, ha. The Shadow Hunter's like, ha. You thought. Is Aulls actually going to be the first one to lose the tower? Equal dam. Oh, I mean not equal damage. Equal points. So self-destruction. Trap hole. Blue says, I'm not out of the duel yet. Dark Room of Nightmare. An Eagle Eye. Okay. Return all the cards. Reactivate both of them. Alright, Aulls. Alright. Goblin's Secret Remedy. A tea set. Aulls is in the lead here. 2. Interesting. Double mill. Oh, Shadow Hunter, you have nothing to defeat Eagle Eye? I don't think Aulls liked that one bit. He's throwing out the Reaper of Cards. Healing, I see. Aulls does not like you healing. He wants to watch you burn. Stealth Bird is a threat, but only if Aulls uses it correctly. The Shadow Hunter's not drawing anything. Dealing 1,000, flipping it face down. Shadow Hunter, do you not have anything? That's one thing. Oh, you have red medicine. Shadow Hunter's like, let me drink my medicine. I need to take my medicine. Dark energy. The Shadow Hunter is like, all right, just end me. Just end me. You win. And with that, Aulls has won. So with that being said, that means his deck will be changing next time around. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first part of the Duel Tower level 1. So we'll be moving on to the next one. Maybe Aulls' deck changes. Maybe it updates. Who knows? We'll see what he pulls. But you know his strategy. Burning and milling is his strategy. So that's what his deck will receive if he pulls those packs. If he doesn't, then well, he's not going to change his deck. So, until next time. And remember to stay creative. And wish Aulls luck on his climb of the Duel Tower. Stay tuned. Alright. Here we are. We're going to pull a pack. A pack for Aulls since he won. He gets a shadow pack. So since he's from the DM era, he's going to only get packs from DM era. He only gets packs from the DM era. He's not going to get anything like extremely special because he's from DM, so he's only able to get DM cards. I'm not going to go like, oh well, he get whatever card he wants and makes his deck overpowered and no. He's only going to be able to open packs from DM era. He will also get like side sets. He can get 10s. He can get all that kind of stuff. But for now I'm making it shadow pack. So like each duel he gets a pack, and then he will also get a random card from the hunter, from the Shadow Hunter. You'll just have to see which one that is if he plays it or not. Remember, his deck is milling and burning. That's all his deck is. That's his main strategy. Burn you for your life points and make you mill at your deck. So he has 2 ways of winning, either mill or burn. But he likes to burn more than anything. So we're gonna start off with a pack from Legend of I can't see. Hold on. Legend of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. So this is the pack he will receive, his shadow pack. There is a possibility he will be able to get like 10s and stuff, but that will be something where like maybe I'll change it to where like if he gets the 10th floor, he can open a 10 or something. We'll see when we get there. If we get there, maybe I'll consider him being allowed to open a 10. But for now, you know, as we do this, as we go up the ladder, new rules will be added as we go, just because I'm like, well, I can make this better, make it go down a better route and all that. But for now, right now he's only getting packs. And then when we get higher and higher and higher, maybe he'll get more stuff. Maybe he'll get like a little bit more. Because he's getting so high up, the Shadow Realm is like, well, this guy's a pretty good duelist. You know what? I'm gonna give him a little more, just a little more. You know what I mean? Just a little more, not a lot more, but just a little bit. Because he keeps climbing and climbing. Anyway, I'm yapping too much. Let's open this pack, and then you can use. So also before we go any further with the pack, if you want to use this site, it is Yu-Gi-Oh! Prog. It's YGOprog.com. And it will just automatically throw you in the pack opener. It's literally just a simulator that simulates pack openings from the very first set all the way up to the current pack, side sets, tins, structure decks, all that. If you've never heard of this site, this is a very good site if you're doing like anything with Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're using like online stuff. If you're using what I use, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, Master Duel, Omega, or anything like that, and you don't want to go out and buy the product, which is probably expensive at this point. Not all of it's expensive, but some of it might be expensive. But they've been doing like repacks. They've been doing like the resets and stuff. But I know money's tight for some people these days, so you can always come to this site. If you need your filling of pulling packs, you can just come here. You don't have to open packs, spend any money. Just go straight to this website and just put the count in. You can put up. The max count, I believe, is 99. Yeah, I think the max count is 99. You can open at a given time. Yeah, 99. You can't open 1,000. You can open 99 at a time of each. Or you can do this. I'll actually show you a trick. Put 99 here, and then you can add one of each. Bam, you got 1,000. That's how you can do it. You just hit add one of each. But you can literally only put 99 in here. I won't let you do 1,000. Like, you see, I'm hitting the 0. I'm hitting 0 right now. I won't go any higher. But anyway, I just thought I'd give you a rundown of the website if you've never been here before. Anywho, let's open up Aulls' first pack. See what he gets. So he gets Flame Manipulator, Basic Insect, Silver Bow and Arrow, Petite Angel, Mystical Sheep number 2, Hitomo Soul, Sandstone, Red Medicine, and Dragoness the Wicked Knight. So as you see here, there's literally nothing in here that he would use. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna do like a scenario thing from now on with this too, like a little scenario thing where like when characters open their packs, their responses or how they would respond to it. So Aulls would open up his shadow pack and look at the cards and be like, I'm not using any of this. I'm not using any of these cards. These cards do not fit in my strategy. And then he like looks at Red Medicine, he reads it and goes like, increase your life in 5 points. Man, get this card out of here. I don't want this shit. I want Bird. Ah! I want Bird. I'm going to the second floor. More packs. The card that he receives from the hunter, he doesn't care. He just gets one. He's like, oh, okay. He doesn't have to use it, and if he doesn't use it, then he doesn't use it. But you'll see it added into his pool. So all I have to do is select the binder, which is going to be this one. I'm going to make each hunter their own pool, save it, and then binders. You just go to binders, and you can make your decks here too. Bandless builder. You got a whole bunch of other things here too. But like we'll always like come to the binder too every so often, so you guys can get an update on what cards he has. So next episode, you'll see what card the hunter gave him when we come and look at his pool. We'll always come back here and look at his pool so you guys can see all the cards that he's pulled, and you can just come and see what cards he's pulled if you're interested. Hell, if you just want to see what cards he pulled, go ahead and skip to that part. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, you're more interested about that. I don't know. You might be, you might not be. We'll see. But anywho, that's all I have come here. That's all I wanted to show before the end. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of Shadow Realm Towers. Rules will be added as we go up the tower, because these are the first few times we're doing it. So anyway, remember, give Aulls your luck, support, and hopefully he can make it back to the land of the living. Anywho, folks, remember, stay creative and stay out the Shadow Realm, unless if you want to go through the tower.